Hi, Captain Al Lorenzetti here for SkimmerOutdoors.com, Trophy Fishing Tackle, Bergen Bay Docks, and Patty Ann Charters bringing you the weekend update and fishing report. This for the weekend of July 29th, 30th, 31st. And finally, it looks like we got a great stretch of weather coming through. I think it's going to be 4 days in a row with no wind, flat ocean. So pick your day, whatever, a great time to run the ocean, do overnighters, whatever you want to do. So like Friday through Monday, absolutely perfect conditions for ocean fishing. So on the offshore report, again, that stretch between the Coimbra and the Bacardi, actually it seems more like midway between the Bacardi and the Coimbra towards the Bacardi. Somewhere in that stretch, 200, 210 feet of water, you're going to find the tuna fish, and when you do, it's a blast. I mean, it's lights out action. You know, one boat had 8 yellowfin, all like 80 to 100 pounds, big fish. So there's some great fishing going on in there. So I would say that seems to be the most consistent area now. There's action in the canyon, a few big eye being caught. And so it looks like a great weekend to go out there and finally catch some tuna fish with great conditions. Another thing going on out in the ocean is this tremendous amount of cobia that have shown up. You know, the last few years we've seen a few more every year. It was really an oddity years ago, maybe 1 or 2 would be caught. Now the cobia are on the bunker pods. Mostly this is from like kind of Jones Inlet, around Jones Inlet, and maybe a little further west is best. But I heard there's even a couple been caught off of Fire Island area. So cobia is definitely on the menu, and lots of sharks. Guys are having a hard time getting to the cobia because there's so many of these spinner sharks and brown sharks that are eating the bait, and they're basically baiting with live bunker. But there are some lures. I'll show you one that's really been kicking butt. It's really red hot down south, so it should catch them up here as well. And John just got him in here up at Trophy Tackle, so I'll show you that in a couple of seconds. Want to mention Greg on Patty Ann Charters. He had a great trip on the Fire Island Reef. He had quality fluke, some nice keepers, like 8 big keepers. And so definitely that has picked up, some more fluke on the reef, on Fire Island Reef, and some sea bass too as well. Inshore, it's been a little tough because we had this bloom of an algae. It's a reddish pink, kind of mossy looking weed that just like overnight, it just, I guess the conditions, salinity, temperature and everything, sunlight was just such that it just bloomed like crazy. And usually they bloom and bust. So I expect in a few days they'll probably, you know, start decaying and drop out. But, you know, that was a real problem over the weekend for me. Still, we caught a couple of fish, a few fluke around. It's not that bad, but now we have some other fish. You know, like I said, we have triggerfish, blowfish now, kingfish. So there's some action inside, but, you know, I like to fish outside if I can, and conditions this weekend look like it's going to be great to do that. Also, don't forget, August 5th through the 14th, Bergen Bay Docks, Offshore Blue Water Tournament. Fish any 3 days out of those 10, so you really get to pick a great weather window. And they don't have to be 3 days in a row. Any 3 days in that period of 10 days. So that's coming up August 5th through the 14th. I guess captain's meeting is going to be the night before, maybe August 4th. So we posted stuff. You'll see it on Skimmer Outdoors. Tim posted it up. It's got all the particulars there. So that should be a great tournament. So we're down here. I want to show you a couple of things. As I mentioned, this R&R tackle produced these. It's like a gummy rubber. Comes with a good hook, a VMC hook, which you simply tie it to a leader, run it through the nose, and there's a slot where the point comes up. And they cast these to the cobia, sight cast them down south when they fish them on the manta rays, or they see them on the flats. And so it's a killer. So John just got these in, and if you're really going to chase those cobia, which I plan on doing myself, this would be something great to have in your tackle bag. It comes in a couple of sizes. That was the larger one I showed you, and it comes in a smaller size, various colors. Got some weight to it, so you can cast it really well. And if you do get on a pot of bunker that's got cobia, you're definitely going to catch. As far as tuna fish goes, something you always want to have in your spread. I mean, the tracker bars are great, But I always like to have this. This has been catching fish like crazy. It's a Joe Shoots head, reverse tide, with a Ronzi tail on a hook. And you fish these way back in the spread, and it's been catching fish. It's been really, really excellent. And not a very expensive lure to have, but at least have one in your spread. So, looks like a great weekend. Offshore, inshore, get out there, have fun, catch them up, be safe.